when last we met, you guys did indeed continue a very eventful day after a rousing mid-afternoon session of day drinking, fighting, and information gathering at the Flying Fist Brewery. You made your brewery, tap house, monastery, fighting pit. You made your way at the advice of Norm, a fellow Flying Fist monk, to the Temple of Sunica, where you hope to find the Grand Poobah. The Grand Poobah, the recently elected Grand Poobah, being none other than Claudius White, a figure with whom Aelin and Kelvender especially have some history. You found him presiding over slightly feverish but also sacred dance party, which those of you with a bit more learning in religion would know to be a legit form of worship of Sunica. After several unsuccessful... Exactly. After several unsuccessful conventional attempts to convince him to leave the party, a clutch little charm monster spell had Claudius showing some of you to his office, bragging about his college exploits and being rather open to your suggestions. Kelvander and Aelin wisely stayed outside and made their own line of inquiries as to where they might find Trulia. But those of you in Claudius's office managed to convince him to begin, after increasingly unpleasant conversation during which he revealed himself to be more and more of an asshole, you did manage to convince him to throw the party of the century outside of the city. And you also got him to spill the beans on where you might find more information about artifacts. Turned out his father, Umbada Zostami, was involved in the artifact trade, and that if you're interested or looking to buy, he would be the person to talk to. You made your timely way out of the room before the charm spell wore off, got your asses out of the temple as he kind of realized what was going on and started looking for you. Definitely attracted some attention on your way out, but were not stopped, and you made your way to the White Estate. Now, as Kelvander and Aelin knew, while Claudius himself was egotistical and asshole, but otherwise not particularly threatening, his parents were actually fairly scary people. His father was a pretty legit mobster and scary guy, and his mother was a shrewd political operator who had knowingly married into this family and seemed to be in alliance with them. You guys made your way to the estate, shrugging off some overenthusiastic tour guides who kept pestering you, and found the estate to be closed to visitors due to an important business meeting going on. Violated a little bit of their privacy and discovered that Umbata was in fact meeting with a knight of Neclaria, or Sir Vikram Kroom, a figure from Aelin's past. Guys had a bit of an awkward situation. You essentially challenged him, or Aelin essentially challenged Vikram to come outside to resolve whatever differences they might have, but he didn't, and the estate doors were closed to you. So, since you can all, fly and shit, you hopped right over that wall and found the Knights of Neclarior busy packing up some shit, seemingly in a hurry to leave. And the confrontation became violent, as you attempted to stop them from leaving with whatever their cargo was. While they were professional and coordinated soldiers, you guys are fucking terrifying, and soon a halt was called to the fighting when Kroom realized he was outmatched, and you demanded his surrender. Dropped his sword, the fighting stopped, and at that point, Claudia White, Claudia's mother, had emerged onto the shaded veranda of the house, along with perhaps a dozen grizzled, mean-looking Sastami enforcers, and essentially demanded that if you wanted to stay, y'all had to hand in your weapons. or she would have her guards help you out. Eventually, you agreed. Some of you agreed to continue negotiations, some of you to continue outside, but you were offered refreshment. Those of you who are on death's door were offered the opportunity to bathe and refresh yourselves, so you all gain the benefits of a short rest before everyone convenes, or anyone who wants to, convenes in the elegantly decorated parlor of the White Estate. Claudius, for his part, arrived at the estate not long after you guys saw the broken corpse of a hippogriff splayed out over the the statue of Sunica, was terrified and ran away, much to the amusement of the household guards. So, everyone at this point has gained the benefits of a short rest. You would have had to hand over your weapons. Those of you who have other means of doing terrible things to people still have those means available to you, but anything that was obviously a weapon has been handed over to the household guard.
I never used my saber during that fight, so no one came up to take something away from me, right?
Not if you didn't have a visible one.
Well, it doesn't show up unless I...
Well, there you go. So yeah, no, I mean, and you can summon your sword at will whenever, so it doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
Yeah, so at this point, I'll ask, after you've gained the benefits of short rest, who is staying outside and who is going to the sitting room to engage in discussion?
I'll be going with my retainer, Kaladin.
Oh man, I've gone from squire to retainer. This has been a busy day for me.
To the discussion room.
This is probably tenser than we need, but okay. Thank you for putting it on, whoever did.
It's a very intense conversation.
Toboggan.
I know Vague and Oswald were going to stay outside. Yahek, you were uncertain?
I'm going.
You're going in. All right. And so I think it's Aelin, Kale, Cal, and Yahek are all going inside.
Okay. Some of you have been bathing. Some of you who are not particularly damaged have been enjoying, or pretending to enjoy, or not, whatever, some light refreshment. But over the next half hour or so, the various parties are brought back in. Kroom is still looking a little worse for the wear. His eyes sunken. His normally dark skin looks a little ashen, but he's no longer on death's door. And he comes in with one other of the hippogriff riders. Takes a seat kind of on the opposite corner of the room from where you guys are. Was offered a glass of wine and quaffs about 3/4 of it before handing it out to the server again. Claudia and Umbatha come into the room and motion for you to sit.
There's no sign of Trulia yet.
There is none.
They did say where she was last game, right?
They said she could often be found here, but she
Okay.
didn't necessarily know that she was here right now. Claudia and her husband also take seats, and while Umbatha kind of leans forward, pens his fingers in front of his lips, and just kind of is taking you all in. Where Claudia kind of leans back, crosses one leg over the other casually in the chair with a glass of wine. Says, "So, given the display of force that just occurred on my property, I take it you have some interest in our dealings here?"
Maybe not in the way that you think.
Perhaps not. Care to enlighten me?
We understand that you have some knowledge that may be very useful to our cause. We know that you make a rather profitable business out of dealing with artifacts. the movement, distribution, and selling thereof. Let me ask you a question. How religious are you?
Are you proficient?
We are, of course, pious devotees of Our Lady Sunica.
She does a lot of good things for you.
Just she provides. And
Okay.
we are grateful.
Well, that's very good. Everything we're trying to accomplish is to make sure that Sunica and all of the other Qualar, and to an extent even the Verasi, can continue to do what they do, and reality itself isn't deleted.
You refer to the ongoing calamity in the north.
Indeed.
Word has reached our ear.
Well, we are a very put-together team that is working very actively to stop that. We have fought many fights. We have gathered a variety of knowledge, and we believe that something that can help us resides near or underneath the city, probably where you're getting these artifacts from. I wouldn't hope to think that you would give this information away freely, but I also would like you to consider that we do not come here to try to beg, barter, or ask for materials from you. We are not here to try to buy whatever these... Victim, was it?
Vikram, thank you very much.
Common was never my primary language. Pardon me.
Sir Vikram to you.
Okay. Sir Victim, you well met. But we hope to find this place, gain the knowledge that we need from there, and at the worst, even inactive where it is, at the best, have it be able to help us in our cause, and in the middle, potentially open up more parts of wherever these artifacts lie for your business.
She eyes you critically. Roll persuasion.
With advantage because I'm flexing?
No.
Persuasion. That's a non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20. Very nice. Okay. She nods. Looks to her husband, who also, you get the sense, has been keenly just measuring all of you up, and gives her a little nod. Like, many of your assumptions are correct. We have the information you need. We know where to find what you seek. And we will not part with that freely. So, with the fate of the world and the gods themselves at stake, surely you can compensate us appropriately for the value of that knowledge.
And what price would you put on that?
You seem like an imaginative bunch.
If I may interrupt here, and God, the names are mixing me up. Trust follow, was follow. No, because it's Claudius. Is Claudius there?
Claudius is not present.
All right, good.
But his scary parents are.
Yeah.
Scary Terry.
I'm sure this location isn't exactly safe, but you saw us kick ass out there. We can... Any artifacts that we happen to find there, we're not keeping for ourselves, but we can bring it up here, huh?
It's true that expeditions have been costly. But we have no particular need of your services in that regard. No. We have what we need here. And I have nothing in particular I'm looking to extract from you. But if indeed the stakes are as high as you say, you had best throw something into the pot worth considering. So what can you offer a businesswoman for such assistance?
Well, I don't want to speak for all of my companions. We'd have to discuss, but you all seem like an enterprising bunch, and you have seen a fraction of the power that we can wield. If the world continues to spin and the calamity doesn't take us all, perhaps we can make ourselves useful to you once this is all over.
Perhaps. And what guarantee will you give us of such future service? As you say, your power is considerable. Would certainly not be within our interest to coerce you into such a thing.
Well,
We're used to getting things done for others. I jump in with.
Gesture to everyone else.
we're pretty good at keeping our word. You can look up our name. Probably heard of the Sky Menders. And I look. Does she look like she's ever heard of us?
Make an insight check, because she doesn't obviously respond.
She's the gif of the dude that's just like,
8.
Hard to tell. She like half cocks one eyebrow, but not sure what it means.
We wouldn't want to tarnish our reputation, you know?
I wouldn't know about your reputation.
Slightly disappointed.
is mayonnaise a persuasion implement?
Can certainly try. Are you actually offering a flame tongue short sword, Hayden?
It's not mine to give, so.
If it would make you feel more comfortable, we could potentially draft a contract between our adventuring group and your business entity. That would make you feel better. And Caladan hates himself for being the person to suggest a contract.
I was trying not to bring that up.
It seems like what she wants.
Yes. Such a contract, I think, would be acceptable. We can have some language drafted. And she nods to the door, and you see standing through it is the otherwise bare-chested but red-vested tour guide who had been pestering you before.
Mm-hmm.
Smile and wave at you all. He nods. I'll have something drawn up immediately, my lady. Commensurate to the skills of these fine people. And he turns and walks away without a sound.
Was he slightly sweaty from having to run?
Does not appear to be.
Oh, jeez.
He just sweats internally.
So, you have offered a future service for some, I assume, immediate compensation.
Unfortunately, time is of the essence with our ability to access this area. We've taken the preemptive measure of meeting with your son, who was very, very gracious and accepting and open to our ideas to potentially evacuate the city, as to curtail any unpleasant fallout from this expedition. I believe he coined the phrase "party of the century."
at this. They both look at each other and like they've both been super serious up to this point, and they're just like, yes, I'm sure he did.
I'm being extremely serious.
I know.
But in also all seriousness, it would be prudent to make sure that any actions upon the activation or utilization of what we acquire would not cause an undue loss of life.
Indeed. Well, she looks to her husband again. Perhaps we could bolster Claudius's planning efforts. He nods. I suppose so, my dear. Let's see what we can get done. He gets up to leave.
He gets up to leave.
Mhm.
No risk, no reward. All right. I'd like to.
Oh boy.
I'd like to do the following.
Okay.
I want to stealthily cast mislead.
Make a sleight of hand check.
What is that? What is...
Ooh, okay, not bad. I will link it in a sec for you guys here.
I know. Yep.
And that would be a 14.
14.
That's so cool.
Okay. Alright, so as you kind of under the table do the somatic gestures required to cast the spell,
Mhm.
both Claudia and Umbata kind of look towards you and says, now, I had not had some of my assistants cast certain protections on this room as a courtesy, but if you are looking for me to trust your word of future services, I would advise against any magical mischief.
Sorry, I'm just a little curious. That's all.
Are you having... I mean, you successfully cast the spell, they just notice that you do.
Oh, I did cast it.
Yeah, I mean, they don't stop you. It's just as you cast it, they notice that you've cast something. So, are you saying... Is Invisible you saying this, or are you having your illusory double say this?
I mean, it doesn't matter yet because I'm in the same. I'm sitting as my illusory still.
Okay.
All right.
You'll have to forgive us. We have yet to adapt to appreciating the finer things. Many of us have struggled for where we are. It's tough to let go of old habits, as I'm sure you can understand.
Perhaps. Now, I am being quite generous with my trusts because I do understand that the stakes are high and time is valuable. I can tell you how to access what you seek. I can also tell you that the source of these artifacts is a very dangerous place. As I mentioned, expeditions there have been costly. You go there at your own peril.
I hope it would not be too forward of us to ask if you could maybe give us some insight as to some of the perils that await us down there.
Not at all. It may or may not have, or you may or may not by now have supposed that my son does indeed have his uses. The place you seek is sealed in the Under Temple, beneath the Temple of Sunika. Can only assume that the complex was created to seal away the dangers of the place, such as they are, but through great expense and with not insignificant loss of life, we open the way. The chamber from which we source our merchandise is extremely hostile to life. Many of my associates and employees who entered the place left sick in strange ways that even the clerics of Sunika, my son, was unable to heal. Anyone who spends too long in there, or has spent too long in there, has died within days or weeks of returning. So, be warned.
Has there been any success in shielding a person from these effects, magical or otherwise?
None yet. As such, the merchandise has been priced commensurately with the difficulty of extraction, and she looks over at Kroom, who's just kind of been brooding, arms crossed in the corner.
As she looks at him, I want to try to move my invisible self.
Okay.
Like,
Make a stealth
okay.
check at advantage.
Just waiting for that opportunity. Natural 20.
Okay. You deftly
Dang.
rise from your chair and without a sound move out of your invisible or your illusory copy's space.
Ah, yeah, baby. Here we go.
No one seems to notice. Kroom just kind of grumbles. Indeed. But your merchandise was appropriately bought, paid for. And you all, I believe, owe the Duchess Justinia reparations for the damage to her property.
Of course, and what would the Duchess require for that debt to be settled? Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Victim. Sir, excuse me. I forget myself, Sir Victim.
For the injuries inflicted upon ourselves and for the loss of the delay in our schedule, I believe recompense in the order of 3,000 gold would be adequate.
How long is this stuff taking? Where am I in this?
I mean, with your natural 20, you can have moved wherever you like during this conversation and no one's noticed, so.
Okay, I don't want to like be interrupting this midway all the time. So what I want to do is go where her husband went and check for wards on the doorway and then proceed from there.
Okay.
But I also want to every now and then switch back to my illusion to here.
Sure. So you're switching back and forth every now and then. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
And a perception check.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Investigation was first, so that would be 16.
Okay.
Fuck. Perception is 10.
The investigation. The house is indeed heavily warded. Although nothing is like active or like exploding right now, it does seem like they have the ability to lock down the place pretty significantly if they want. And yeah, you do not But as you exit the room, kind of waiting for that moment in conversation, you do not see where Umbava went.
Okay.
Maybe you just like missed him going around a corner or something, but you're not sure where he went.
Okay. All right. I don't want to take too much time, so
You could
I'd like to look for
try to
him.
find him by like
Yes.
moving throughout the house.
Yeah.
So that'll take you some time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Vikram's asking for 3,000 gold in damages.
I'll turn to Aelin and say, "You have a lot of experience with this man. Is this appropriate? Do you find? I
No,
trust your judgment."
it's simply not possible, Vikram. You ask too much. I seem to recall you started the fight.
After you attempted to intercept us and delay very important shipment.
I
After
didn't.
interrupting our dealing. You trespassed onto the good Lady White's property, assaulted her guards and ourselves.
I seem to
Magic.
recall the guards were not touched. As for your accusation of trespassing, my colleague simply appeared above the wall. You chose to take things in the direction it went.
He just kind of scowls.
I worry that whatever feelings you harbor towards my compatriot here might be biasing your judgment. Is there anyone else we can have to potentially give a... Perhaps the lady herself could tell us what the damage would be worth.
The feelings I have towards your companion? Do you know what he did?
He has proven himself more times than enough for me to not really care.
You're overstepping.
Did you not tell them, Aelin?
It's nothing to say.
I think there might be.
You're overstepping, Vikram.
I'm overstepping? He stands up. Why don't you tell them what happened to her?
Wasn't my fault.
Oh. Is that what you've convinced yourself of?
It's what I know. You seem to be implying there's more involved. And I've had
Nothing.
my suspicions about your involvement as well.
How dare you?
You're a snake, Vikram. We both know that. Don't try to pretend you're not.
If I seem to remember right, this man threw himself at his knees and begged for you to talk and forgive him, and he responded by violently attacking. So,
If you knew him as I did, you might respond the same way.
you have no idea how I've responded to people before.
You're right. And at this point, Claudia just kind of like dings the side of her wine glass with a little spoon. She's like, gentlemen. Shut the fuck up. You did incur some significant damage to my business partner here. And his assets. And I do think it fair that some reparation be made. Quality of your characters aside, he was here at my invitation, concluding some business which you did rather rudely interrupt. Now, You are concerned with your reputation, perhaps? As am I. I cannot let such a slight be unanswered. You can make it right, as the good knight suggests, or perhaps offer an alternative.
I mean, Erlen, I got 1,600 gold. I don't really give a shit about. Like,
No, he doesn't.
No.
Yeah, but if it gets us going, it gets us moving. Shows that we're the
We
better
built-
man.
Can that not be built into our contract?
Oh, our contract is a separate issue, but nonetheless, I
Well, we
believe
need the gold we have on hand for our own supplies. How do you expect us to save the world? We're not made of money.
She just kind of shrugs and leans back. No? Perhaps a magical trinket of some kind of suitable value would be appropriate.
Flame short sword.
I mean,
This
Hey,
is what,
Gil.
this is what you get
Gilad.
for letting him live. All right, so I could pop back in.
Sure. As they debate whether they're willing to part with anything. You're trying to find Umbatha?
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah.
Okay, roll another investigation check.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a 24.
24. Okay, as you're moving invisibly between rooms, you catch a glimpse through a window of it. Looks like he's in the front courtyard, walking quickly away from the house.
Okay.
Greet some of his household staff as they're cleaning up the mess. Nods towards Oswald and Vaek, and you can't quite make out what he's saying, but he just kind of gives a wave and moves towards the gate of the estate.
He moved towards the gate. All right. Never mind.
Seems to be leaving.
All right. I'd like to do something else after that, but I guess I'll pop back first.
Okay. The stuff from the boxes appears to still be loaded onto the hippogriffs that it was before. So.
So I guess I heard that part of the conversation.
And four of the so the hippogriffs have all landed, and four of the Neclarian riders are all just kind of standing around them, making sure that no one messes with them.
Just one dead impaled.
Again, I'm happy to do this after, but if
No,
there's
no,
a
no.
chance,
Let's switch to you guys real quick. So,
Okay. I just want to go see if I can. I'm not gonna try to like find my way past them, but I'm just gonna go and see if like I can see what it is.
okay. So as you approach the riders, who all have their arms crossed, they've also disarmed. But what do you want?
I mean, that was a fun fight we had. Listen, honestly,
several of the glances flash towards the broken hippogriff on top of the statue that some of the household staff is like trying to figure out how to clean up.
I blame you guys for that. So, listen, I'm not gonna bullshit. What were you trying to get away with?
That's none of your business. And get away with is hardly the phrasing we would think appropriate.
I'm just gonna glance behind him.
Two of the hippogriffs appear to be heavily laden, but you can't really see what it was.
Just
Oh,
like
what they
with boxes and crap.
Does it look cage-sized?
It does not. I mean, you can go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception! 15!
15? Yeah, it looks... Two of the hippogriffs, including Krooms, have these, like, fairly heavy looking saddlebags. They seem to be not quite struggling, but definitely straining with the weight. But apart from that, you can't make out much else.
Mm,
Vaic,
Can I-
however,
oh, sorry. Yeah.
As this conversation is happening and Oswald is talking with the guards, the aberrant annihilator says to you, by my readings, there are critical components of whatever weaponry we seek laden into those saddlebags.
Damn it.
My analysis suggests that function of such weapon would probably be contingent upon retrieval of at least the focusing crystal. Indeed, and it highlights one of them. It is entirely possible that other focusing crystals are with the weapon. However, this would be a critical component in its operation.
Can I talk to the griffin mentally?
Sure.
It's within 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As long as it can understand at least one language, it can understand me.
Okay. It can. Well, let me actually check Hippogriff stats.
I do not need to share a language.
That's okay. I mean, if it's too dumb to understand any language, then it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. You try to say something to it. You get that it has learned to recognize certain commands, but it is not intelligent enough to understand you.
Gotcha. Okay, and just to be clear, actually, can we get the courtyard map? Is that possible?
No.
Okay, so mentally.
Yeah, totally possible. I mean, it's probably still in whatever mess of a state that you guys left it.
That's fine. So they're all over here?
They've kind of gathered there, yeah.
Okay. And they're all over there.
Well, the remaining hippogriffs and 4 of the riders are. Kroom and 1 other are inside.
Mhm.
Unless I'm doing mathing wrong, but whatever.
Mhm.
Yes, they're over there.
And there's a wall over here?
There's a building.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, you don't need to be rude about it, friend.
What? Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna walk behind the building.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask Vague mentally, what do you think? Is Vague still drunk?
No.
Okay, then yes, I would actually ask him what do you think, because if he was drunk I wouldn't ask him at all.
Can he respond to you telepathically or no?
No.
Okay.
It says
Okay. Okay.
how much of it do we need, and is it heavy? Can okay, and is it heavy? God damn it. Sorry, gods damn it. Are you up to be sneaky, or do you want me to be? Gil wants to do something so badly. I just don't know if Oswald does. God damn it. Do you want to let the people inside know, or I'm assuming at this point we've went to the side of the building just to, like, I don't know, sit down over here.
Sure.
where like they see me sit down, but I'm still out of view.
Okay, I mean, several of the household guards are keeping a very close eye on you guys. But, yeah. You can seat yourself out of sight of the Hippogriff Riders if you'd like.
Yes, I would. Yeah, you want to ask the people inside because I think I can get it if we need, but I don't want to ruin their talking. Who's the smart? Send it to Caladan.
I'm the smart.
You're pretty smart.
Son of a Julian whore.
Wow. That's dirty.
Watch together. Stop being bad. Oh my god. Someone put
Under-
some music on. Jesus.
Understood. Thanks for the update.
Ask him what we should do.
Do you think do you think you can get it? Do I have, by the way, before this conversation, do I have to verbalize this, or is this just a telepathic thing I can
I'd say you can
respond?
do it telepathically. It's fine.
Okay. Things are going medium to okay in here. The victim is a piece of shit.
Yeah, he is.
So if we have to kill him, I don't care, but we shouldn't do it on this property.
Well, we're currently trying to not even pay them back for blowing up their damn statue.
Oh, we're working on it. How many messages are you casting?
You could keep doing it.
Oh, it's a cantrip. I
Yeah,
was thinking
yeah.
of sending. Oh. We'll see if we can find out. I don't. Can you have your suit track the thing?
Without an active power signature, tracking range would be limited to a few hundred meters.
All right.
So,
How far are these people from the Griffin? Like the
Good.
riders, are they like right next to the Griffin, or are they like
maybe like
away?
10 feet away from them. I mean,
Okay. Okay, so Vague, I'm hearing that I should go get it.
is this the crate?
that is a now empty crate. I guess I'll actually reposition stuff on this map to accurately reflect where everything is. The hippogriffs are kind of in and around the rock garden. The riders are here. So there are 5 hippogriffs remaining because one of them is super dead. This dude's inside. Broom is inside. Vandor's inside. Vague is wherever you want to be.
This is heist music for sure.
I can't even hear it. Damn it.
So yeah, the hippogriffs are kind of in a group here. And yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one has the crystal?
The red one.
Okay, and how big? Because I think Vague saw it, right? He.
Yeah, the aberrant annihilator is like kind of outlining the bag that it's in. It's probably in there. The
How
terrified
big?
doggos have come back, and the gate guard is giving them some treats after their rough day. He's giving off pretty vibes as a pretty decent guy, actually, or pretty decent guy actually. Seems to be very fond of his doggos. And yeah, I won't copy like all of the guards onto the map until it's relevant, but there are like 15 Sostami guards out here now.
Okay.
Just kind of
How,
keeping an eye on things.
How big is the crystal? Are we talking about like 3
You
foot
don't know.
diameter or like?
You don't know.
No, I thought Vayek had an outline of it. No.
It highlighted the bag that he thought it was in.
Oh,
which
my bad.
looks to
I thought
be-
it like highlighted like each thing inside, like
looks to be like this heavily heavy strapped reinforced satchel that is about like a 3-foot-ish cube. It's kind of laid onto the back of the hippogriff.
Hey Vayek, do you by any chance have an eyelash encased in gum Arabic? I don't necessarily carry components on me, okay?
Well, this. Oh, sorry.
You're a wizard. You have components, don't you? This is a basic component. Invisibility. And I probably wouldn't be carrying it because I use arcane focuses. Okay, we can do this. Let's go back inside, but I have a plan. But you guys can finish inside.
It's a puppy or a dog.
Doggy.
Hi, Pepper.
Pepper.
Ah!
It's a pepper. Hey, Pepper. You're a big black dog of a grim.
Well, she's actually very small, but
It's perspective of camera.
This is
Hello.
Nari's.
Oswald and Vic are momentarily distracted by just how cute of doggos the gate guards doggos are. One of them actually comes over to you
I
all
cast-
and kind of sniffs.
Pet Balto.
Rip.
Oh,
Also,
it's okay. Can bring him back.
there's a hummingbird flying somewhere in this garden.
No, that got destroyed too.
There are several, but they are not arcane creations. Anyway, sorry. Where were we?
Oswald and Veve, unless.
I mean, if you want us to continue, I know what I'm gonna try to do, but
Same.
it's I'm okay with.
All right,
Going
well, let's
back to the
switch
other
back to Calavander for a sec. So, what do you want to do, buddy?
In my invisi form,
Mhm.
I want to find my way outside.
Okay. That you can do. So you stroll out onto the porch.
Okay.
As you pass the threshold of the house, you feel something wash across you. Okay. What's your spell DC?
17.
Okay. You sense yourself shimmer into visibility. And Caladan, Aelin, Yahek, you watch as Calavander suddenly vanishes from the sitting room.
What?
Oh.
That was weird.
And Claudia just like...
There's a look of genuine surprise across our faces.
So, we'll get to what happens inside in a second, but Calavander, as you suddenly shimmer into visibility, passing the threshold of this house, a couple of the Sasami guards just kind of look over at you.
They give me the disapproving fucking. That's even worse. That's even worse. They're disappointed, not angry.
One of the guards who is clearly an arcanist walks over to you, puts a hand on your shoulder. Son, I'm gonna need you to come with us.
It's just a prank.
Do you have any scrolls?
Let's not cause any more trouble than you already have. Huh?
I kind of kick the dirt. Oh. Is he taking me?
Yeah, so Oswald Vig, you see as Calavandor suddenly appeared on the threshold of the house, you see like 4 of the guards converge on him.
Ah.
Well, Calavandor just disappeared out of his seat, so I don't know. Oh. Sorry.
I'm the problem. I respond sadly. No.
Okay, so the 4 people that have converged around you just politely but firmly lead you into this kind of what's the word? Not quite gazebo, not quite pergola. Anyway, outbuilding, and just kind of sit you down, and if you'd be so kind as to stay there. And the Arcanist casts silence on the area where you are.
I pout.
So there's now a zone of silence, which will inhibit a lot, but not all spellcasting. Kind of in the garden shed. Well, not shed.
Where all the guards start
Pavilion.
to look.
Pavilion, that's the word. And the Arcanist stands like right outside the circle of silence. But like 3 other guards kind of are keeping a very close watch on you.
I minor illusion the word sad.
Okay. And back inside, as Calavandor suddenly vanishes, and Claudia just kind of narrows her eyes. I thought we had a rapport going, and that we didn't have a need for magical shenanigans.
As did I.
We all.
Nonetheless, I must insist that you repay Sir Vikram Krum in full for his damages.
Crumb. Last I saw you, you seemed to enjoy hurting people. 10 lashes in the square in front of your soldiers.
Roll persuasion.
Oh my
Oh God!
With
That's so
advantage because he's a
good.
sadist.
You mean a masochist?
No.
masochist.
No.
Non-natural 20.
Oh
Oh!
God!
Oh, I see what you're saying, Gil. That's so good.
And Claudia's just like, what? 1,000 gold and 10 lashes, and we have ourselves an accord.
I throw a bag worth 1,000 gold at him.
Catches.
I'm unconsciously scratching my back.
He looks at Claudia and nods. I find this acceptable. She's like, oh. Well, shit. Alright.
I look over at Aelin. And there is this look of just like, what are you doing?
I just give him the nod. Unfortunately, he knows what it means.
Oh.
To save the world.
Kroom looks around at all of you and says, I don't know what he has or hasn't told you, or what kind of person this disgrace has pretended to be. But know this. The punishment he receives today, I do not derive mere enjoyment from. It is justice for his crimes. And he deserves far more and far worse for what he allowed to happen.
And I'm sure you're the perfect judge of that.
He just kind of glares at you. Don't believe we have anything more to say to each other. I'll meet you outside.
Meet him outside.
My lady, if I could have a quick word. Unless we want to jump to somebody else.
Well, you can have a quick word now. But Kroom leaves the room, and his other rider does as well.
I hope this is not too bold of a question. What did they end up paying for their artifacts? Just to kind of get a sense of the
Enough.
My lady, I've began my life lying to everybody that I knew to get ahead, and then that sucked, and I died, and I came back, and I'm trying to make it a purpose of learning from my mistakes. One of the items you sold them is integral to us being able to activate whatever defense is laid down there.
Indeed.
What can we provide, add to the contract, add to them? Not more lashes. That could potentially get us access to that artifact instead of them.
Ooh. As Kroom did rather grumpily mention, it has been bought and paid for, and the Duchess seemed quite eager to take possession. So they did pay rather generously. Wow. Your skills are not unimpressive. What else can you offer?
I take off my cloak.
Use my cloak.
I don't have your cloak.
We could talk about it.
My spell book.
This is a very powerful item I got. A reflection of our world. Makes you very hard to hurt. If it would give us access to that, I'd give it up.
May I?
I hand it over to her.
This is the +2 one.
This is the Cloak of Major Protection, the +2 to spell saves and AC.
Oh.
I don't have anything else.
You have what we have.
You're not there!
An exquisite piece.
Oh man.
Mm. Well, she kind of begins folding it up and just sets it on the table next to her. An exquisite piece and a generous offering. Now, and she kind of pushes it a couple inches back towards you. Understand, they did buy and pay for it. It is their property now. So as tempted as I am, it would not befit my reputation to reclaim something that they have properly purchased.
Would this at least buy us you looking the other way should it go missing?
She kind of gives you a half smile. That it would. She kind of pulls it back across the table towards her.
Then consider it yours. And I will break my attunement to it.
Okay.
Boop.
Oh no, your AC.
And my spell saves.
Spell saves.
Yeah, it gave me a +2 to all of my spell saves as well.
Oh, to your saving throws.
Saving throws. Yes.
I thought you meant like spell save that your.
No.
All right,
When.
so
Sorry.
as that transpires, I was just gonna say, Oswald, Vig, what are you doing?
When Calavandor appeared up here,
Mhm.
what did all the guards do?
Well, not all of them reacted, but I mean, they all noticed.
So did they start looking? That's really all I'm asking. Did they look in that direction?
There was definitely a moment of distraction. Yeah.
Okay. If I'm back here, I can't tell. Is this a guard? I really can't tell.
Yeah, he's busy being adorable with his doggos. But yes, he's the guy who was initially posted at the gate.
Okay. Can I try to sneak back here? Or if there's a tall bush or something? I'm short. I can hide behind stuff that's bigger than
You
me.
can, but there are a bunch of people keeping a close eye on you. So you can certainly
Are there
try.
even when
Yep.
Calavandor got
I mean, there's
taken?
a moment of distraction, but you can make a stealth check.
For just a moment.
Spell check. Nope. 8. So what they see is me just going like this.
And one of the doggo who's taken a liking to you actually just kind of follows you. and yeah, there's a moment where Calavandor appears and there's a distraction on the porch. But yeah, then a couple of the guards just turn to look at you as "Excuse me, sir. Where do you think you're going?"
I was going to take a pee.
We have proper facilities for that. There's no need to urinate in the garden.
Listen, this is the life of an adventurer. I'm not used to bathrooms.
Do you need someone to show you to the outhouse?
trees.
Because we'd really prefer you not pee in the garden.
Fine, I will hold it.
Seriously, we have an outhouse. We can show you where it is.
I'm good.
At least use the fountain.
It's bleeding drips.
We have a cleric cast food and water on it at least once a day. It's fine.
So you're kind of ushered back to there.
Thank God you didn't have me roll deception. Oh, I missed an R. Okay. Well, there goes my plan for now.
Okay. And what a plan it was.
I had a good plan, okay?
What a
Calvin, are
plan.
you trying to accomplish anything, or are you just pouting in silence?
Just minor illusioning things, trying to get the guards to make us to laugh or something.
They do not seem amused.
While this is going on, can I send another message inside to Caladan, being like, "Hey,
Sure.
what's how's it going? What's going on?"
As Kellen's getting the message, I tell Kaladin, I don't know what the plan is with everyone outside, but I think during the lashings would be a good time to reallocate the item.
I think he's gone to the bathroom. Calian went to find a tall tree.
Went and peed in the garden.
Yeah. Listen, trees are nice. I'm used to peeing in the desert.
Well,
Well, you're
Claudia's just like, well, after you settle up your business with Sir Kroon, my associates would be happy to show you to the source about merchandise.
It would be appreciated. Wish I could say the whole event has been a pleasure, but you both know that's about to not be very true.
Sometimes business is just business.
That is. Kaladin, while you were away,
Mhm.
I brought up that during the lashings would be a good time for that item to go missing.
I'm going to
and-
take. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
no,
Vane
you're fine.
had also cast a message to talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have let him know that Aelin is going to get 10 lashings in a public display of punishment, and this would be a good time for to go missing. If we want to meet up for some intimidation charm monster collaboration. I'm also going to give Aelin a little piece of leather strop that I have, and just say, for your teeth and your tongue.
Thank you, my friend.
I relay that to Oswald.
Okay. Then my plan will be when the lashing starts or when people are starting to get set up, if I can stealth behind someone or something, then I can go get that crystal. That's basically. I'm just letting you know this is basically what I'm.
Why can't you go invisible again?
I don't have the material component, so what I need to do is hide to draw out one of my extra scimitars to put a right to put right on it to use that as
Only
an
as a
arcane
weapon of
focus.
spellcasting focus if it has a
Oh, I
right
didn't
in it.
realize that you're okay.
Yep. So unless you've got an extra bit of
Nope.
whatever it was in Gum Arabic, I have to
No, good on you,
Draw-
man. You're
I have to
remembering
draw
all
my
that.
scimitar first.
Actually, that's a good thing you say that, because as we walk out of the house, I will summon just the hilt of the light blade in my hand.
Okay.
And just kind of keep it. I'll keep it
Alright.
on my belt and concentrate on keeping it there.
So, so as some of the household assistants show you out, Claudia does not feel the need to watch this spectacle and remains inside. But you are shown out of the house, and you can reset your hit points and whatnot to whatever they're actually at. And not putting every single guard on the map, but there are a bunch. Keeping very close watch on what you guys are up to. And you see, Kroom is also now outside.
I T-pose, and
I T-pose back at him like,
I am ready. Where's Calavanzor?
He promised to take half of
He's
these.
still in there, and you can see him in there. It's not like he's hidden or anything.
Guards, may I have my colleague back? Our business is about to be concluded.
Suppose. No more mischief now, you hear, young man? And they kind of part to let you out.
The guards just say, "You're on mute."
I send a message to Aelin. Where this is happening, try to get Victor. Let. Try to position yourself so I can interpose myself in between Victim and his griffin.
Let me just make sure I heard that right. Interpose yourself between.
So I can get in between Victim and his griffin.
Do I see where his griffin is?
Yeah, they're all over here. Kind of in and amongst the rock garden.
Okay, so just... And I send back. Sure, doesn't matter. Do you need to be anywhere specific?
I reply, I send another message, and I say, no, but the idea is if Oswald or anybody else can't get their hands on him, on that thing, I will get my hands on him.
Okay, and I point to this position, and I say, would this be okay? Because I point at the top of the stairs, and I say, is that sufficient?
High ground. He has the high ground, Anakin.
That should work for me.
Kale, get up here.
Alright, what's going on, my dude? You did it?
In a sense.
I might even forgive you for being a knight of Nickelariors. This is a good one.
I pull off my shirt and I hand it to him.
Damn, you're ripped, bro. You mud wrestling him?
I'm just gonna walk back and shoulder check Calivandor as I walk towards Oswald.
Okay. Now, everyone, feel free to position yourselves where you'd actually like to be.
And I look at Kale and I say, you're about to see the price of knighthood.
Okay, so Kaladin, as you try to get close to the hippogriff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I should say, how close can I get without before people started giving me like weird looks?
Like there.
Okay.
They've been giving you weird looks the whole time.
I'm used to it. All right. Can I? All right. So, to our understanding, for all intents and purposes, we have paid off the lady of the house.
It seems that way.
Okay. And none of us give a shit about victim, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Delightful.
I'm just saying.
And no one has weapons.
It's been a while
Yeah,
since I pulled
everyone
somebody's
is
arms
still
off.
without their weapons.
Do we know where these weapons are, or no?
Back
You
first.
do not know where they are.
Can
Yeah,
I?
like, what did you say? I'm sorry, your camera froze.
You're asking me.
I thought you said something.
Oh, I said, can we get our weapons back first?
Can I?
Nice.
Can I go over?
Can we go
to...
back inside and ask Claudia?
You can, but she's going to say no.
Why? She agreed that we could do this.
It's the
Can
red
I-
wedding.
Can I go over to Calvander?
What's up, dude?
No, you can't go over to Calibander.
In his head, can I ask him if he has eyelash encased in gum Arabic?
I recognize those, but I don't use components.
You don't?
No, I gotta focus.
I mean, not at the moment you don't.
Oh, I don't?
Okay. Then I guess I'm doing this the hard way. Okay. Whenever everyone else sets up, I'm gonna try to find the sneakiest place I can, even if that's behind someone.
Yeah.
Halfling!
The guards are well enough versed in the
Shit.
arcane to know that. So you're able to cast Mislead because it doesn't require any material components, but
Yeah.
keep in mind that
Fuck,
it would have
there
been
goes...
something you'd have to give up.
Shit, there goes something I really wanted to do then. Fuck.
We'll just have the rogue do it.
Yeah. Yep, the rogue. That's me.
So, as
Rogue.
Aelin takes his shirt off and Krum steps forward. Not quite sure where he got it from, but he does have in his head now a wicked-looking four-tailed whip.
See, you still pack the essentials. Just between the two of us, I will find out what your role was in her death.
He just glares at you.
I glare at Yahek.
We can't hear you, Yahek.
Why can't you hear me?
Oh,
Now we
that
can.
weird. Yeah, hey.
Oh, I fucking hate this. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Cool. I hope you. God, I don't know how much stuff I said, and you guys couldn't fucking hear me.
The last thing we heard you ask was if you could go back in to ask Claudia for your weapons back, and then she would say no. And that was the last thing that we heard from you.
Then I said, I glare at the fountain.
Okay.
This is important for the adventure log.
Yep.
The fountain is the cleaning of the fountain has been paused, but the worst of the hippogriff corpse has been removed at this point. The statue of Sunica is still rather bloody and gory, but
Kale, I'm sorry you have to see this.
What's going on?
I look towards the whip. What has to be done? And I get down on my knees.
Wait a minute.
Krim steps up behind you.
What do you think you're doing?
For gross negligence, resulting in the murder of Therese Millivander, but an innocent girl. I, Sir Vikram Krum, duly anointed Knight of the Calarior, deal this punishment as justice. The whip comes up.
I'm looking at Aelin in the eyes.
Do I see Kale starting to bug out?
I'm like looking at Aelin right now.
I cast message to Kale,
Okay.
and I say, do not ruin this opportunity. After the whipping, I will grab victim. Do not fuck it up.
Yeah.
Okay, as you hear that, there's a sharp crack as the whip comes down on Aelin's bare back.
Do the guards, victims' guards, do they react to that sound at all? Did they look over?
They do, yeah.
Okay.
Aelin, you suffer 5 points of piercing damage.
When there's a moment, and when I feel that Oswald is in a good spot, like when the guards are distracted by the whipping, I'd like to cast Charm Monster at 5th level on both the hippogriff that he's after and the guard closest to them.
Okay. Everyone seems... Well, the hippogriff riders all seem rather distracted. A number of the Sostami guards are keeping an eye on you. But
Well,
they
as far
seem
as
to
I-
have gotten the message.
As far as I know.
After the first hit, I just so out of curiosity, do any of those Neclarian soldiers look like anyone that's served under me before?
They actually all look relatively young, and you don't recognize any of them except for Krim.
I yell out, "Come watch, men of Neclarior! Watch this perversion of justice!"
And I'd like to add dramatic effect because after Vayek said he's gonna grab him, I want to channel my anger at not being able to grab him. Just be like, Aelin! Aelin!
Kaladin, you're trying to charm monster?
I'm trying... I don't care if the guards see me, but I am trying to hide what I'm doing from the other Neclarior.
Okay, well, they all do seem distracted by this display, and some of them seem visibly uncomfortable with it. So, make a sleight of hand check at advantage.
Okay.
Wilson.
That's a 16.
Okay. Let me just check a thing. Namely, their passive perception. Okay. You get the spell off. None of them seem to notice, as they're all concerned by the behavior of their leader.
So the red one has the bag we're looking for, right?
Yes.
So it's against the red hippogriff, and then I guess the closest.
Okay. who is kind of in the middle of like tending to that hippogriff's wounds and is now kind of paused and turned to look at this spectacle. So they need to make wisdom saves.
Wisdom DC 16.
For the hippogriff, the hippogriff actually succeeds. And kind of gives a squawk. The guard also succeeds.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. All right.
And she kind of blinks for a sec, but
I'm-
doesn't know what happened.
I'm not even looking at them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right, the whip comes up again. Aelin, you suffer 7 points of piercing damage.
Can So you said all these guards, all the riders are looking at the whipping,
Yes.
and the guards are looking at the whipping, but also looking at us.
The Sostami guards are not super distracted by the whipping, and they're definitely continuing to keep a close eye on you.
I'm gonna. Crap! Everyone is just in an awful place for me to try to hide behind them. And to hide, I have to be out of view, right?
Yeah, and there's also Maul, the doggo, is kind of like licking you.
Do I have any food that I can throw?
Sure.
Sure. Can I just toss him a piece of food like over here?
Sure. It's very distracted and goes and
Okay.
starts eating it.
I'm gonna look at the whipping
Mhm.
for a second and turn my face in disgust and try to like just go behind this building.
Okay.
And is anyone looking at me, or do I have to do it
Absolutely.
stealthily? Can I do it
You don't even
stealthily?
get to roll stealth. I mean, they see you go there.
Can I do it stealthily?
Sure, but they see you go there.
I just need like 3 seconds.
And the guy who's over here is just like, look, if you need to pee or puke, you're not doing it in the goddamn garden, all right?
The guy's really focused on this fucking pee issue.
Is this door open?
It is.
Okay, so as the whipping started,
The
could
whip
I
cracks
have
again. Another 6 points of piercing damage, Aelin.
gone like out here? Is this better?
Fine, just don't pee on the stairs either, all right?
Okay. And as I get out of view, Am I out of view?
At this point, you are, yeah.
Can I pull out a scimitar and?
Yep, you can do all that.
Cool. Then I suffer
Don't
2
suffer.
points of damage. And I'm gonna cast invisibility.
Cool. Fifth lash comes down.
Can I patiently
9 points of piercing damage.
try to reduce damage, like make the hits more glancing? I guess.
Sure. So that's just a thing you can do, and you basically have resistance to the damage. So instead of 9, 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Can I sneakily try to basically walk around the outside?
Sure.
To
I mean,
the-
two of the guards are now basically positioned at the gate.
Mhm.
So make a stealth check with advantage.
24.
Okay.
Yes.
The doggo
Nice.
seems thoroughly distracted by the treats. You're able to sneak in between these two guards, and no one seems to notice you. So go where you'd like.
Okay, I don't know how much room I have before the next. Like, how much walking do I have before the next whipping? Because my goal is again to
You
go
can get there. It's fine.
around here to this griffin before like the 7 flashing if I can.
Okay. Well, the sixth one is coming down now.
Yeah.
6 points of piercing damage, half to 3.
I'm gonna call out if I can. I don't want to interrupt anybody else.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
I'm going to call out to the guard I tried to charm but didn't see me charm,
Mhm.
and just say, so when I left the Empire, I thought other countries would be more enlightened. It's nice to see that some teachings of the Julian never really leave. Is this what you want? I'm essentially trying to distract them and pull them over.
Roll a charisma check.
You got it. Ah, 7.
7. just kind of looks at you funny, and then looks back up. Does not appear more distracted than she already was.
Of course.
Can I shout something?
Yeah, sure. What's up, Yang?
Yeah, I shout, "Fuck Sunika!"
Vikram kind of pauses. What? A bunch of people
Yeah.
kind of turn and
Bring
look at you.
it back. Bring it back.
Even
Yeah.
I'm looking at him
Straight.
like, what?
I look at Vikram and I say, "Yeah, fuck her. She's awful.
Oh, now it's confusing.
I'd never worship her."
Oh, jeez.
Roll a charisma check.
Overkill.
Deception, because you definitely worshipped that.
Hey,
Charisma still?
just a charisma, yeah.
Yeah, 21.
Woo!
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. There
Vikram
it
kind of
is.
pauses, and there's a moment of like mass confusion. It's just like everyone in the courtyard is just like, "What?" So Oswald, what are you trying to do now?
Trying
There's
to
kind of this
go.
pause before the seventh lash comes down.
Try and go over here, and if I can, like up here.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. Easy
Okay.
enough. You're still invisible. Nothing seems to notice you. One of the hippogriff kind of perks up and sniffs, but and settles back down. Okay, so you're now pretty close to the hippogriff that Vague identified, and yeah, again, it has this large, heavy, like strapped satchel kind of on its back behind where Vikram would normally sit. That's about a roughly 3-foot cube.
Okay. If I can, I want to try to look in that satchel.
Sure, you go up to it?
Yep.
Okay, well, if you try to rum it, invisible as you are, if you try to investigate the satchel, I need you to make a sleight of hand check to see if you can
Okay.
avoid the
With
hypocrite.
advantage or no?
This would not be with advantage.
But I'm
Because
invisible.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop the hippogriff from feeling you.
15.
15? Okay, as you kind of approach the hippogriff and try to like kind of climb up into the saddle to investigate this package, its head snaps around and it flaps its wings, kind of knocks you off. The guard who is here kind of turns around and looks. What's up, buddy? At this point, the distraction has worn off. The seventh flash comes down for another 7 points of piercing damage, half to 3.
God.
I'm gonna try to once again cast Charm Monster on the
Yes.
on the same two people.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll another sleight of hand check at advantage.
Okay. It's good with advantage. 12?
Oh.
What was it, 12 or a 1? So,
Okay,
Pick for one.
at
Pick
that,
for
a couple
one.
of the guards standing closer to you notice you doing something. You still get to cast a spell, but a couple of them see you do it. So for the hippogriff,
yeah, same thing.
it's a failure, and for the guard closest to it, also a failure.
Alright, so
But this one's like, whoa.
if you'll allow me.
Yep.
I would just like to tell the hippogriff to calm down
Okay.
and be complacent. I would like to tell the guard that was like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" To her. I don't know. I'm sorry.
This
Her.
is the one.
I would like to tell her that everything is fine. Hippogriff just stepped on a thorn. I think Vikram wants us to watch what's happening, and to make sure that the rest of the guards are focused on Aelin and not on what's happening over here.
Okay. So as you kind of relay that, just kind of like, yo, everything's fine. Everything. The Charm Monster, can you mentally command them, or do you need to tell them what to do?
That's a great question, actually. It just says it's charmed by me. It doesn't say anything about
Okay,
like,
so
mental.
if you wanted to relay all that, you would have to say it. I'm
Okay.
going to ask you to roll a deception check to see if you can word stuff in a way that kind of diffuses this guard's attention.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a 27.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so she's just so as you kind of like yo, everyone just calm down. There's And you are basically able, with some silver-tongued words, to make everybody forget about it. The hippogriff calms down and settles. The guard who was suspicious of you is like, all right, but she's definitely keeping a closer eye on you now and steps towards you. But the hippogriff is calm. The rider who noticed has now trained her full attention on Kroom as he brings the whip down for the 8th time, dealing another 8 half to 4 piercing damage.
Sorry, I got how much damage?
4.
Okay, I am unconscious.
Did you not get a short rest before?
I was out of.
Okay, so Calvander, you watch as the whip comes down, and Aeron collapses.
Stop.
Kroom looks at you. You agreed. He agreed. To 10.
Just 1 second. And I put a potion of healing in his mouth.
Well, you go to do that, he kind of puts a hand out and shoves you back.
No.
Not impede my justice.
I'm not letting you do this.
I will cast Healing Word through the amulet.
Okay. So as Kroom kind of shoves you back, Calvander, yeah, you can roll healing word.
Hold on, where's the amulet?
1d4.
Okay.
1d4.
2 points of healing.
Okay, so Aelin, you cast to consciousness now, kind of like on your face and chest on the porch.
I am at 2 HP.
You are. I'd say, Oswald, between Caladan's Charm Monster, all of this going down, you would have ample opportunity to climb back on the Hippogriff and check this package out if you want.
Do it.
Okay, so roll an investigation check.
Ah, crap. Oh, wait. Wait, what do I have advantage for? Nope, not even close. God, son of a bitch. 14.
14, okay. You're able to undo some of the straps very stealthily, and you open it up, and you see within this package, it takes you a couple moments of kind of undoing, but there is this vaguely kind of teardrop shaped object that appears to be wrapped in various protective layers of stuff. As you go to handle it, it is very heavy, perhaps 200 pounds or so.
Jesus.
It would be very difficult for you to lift unassisted.
Okay.
And it's perhaps 3 feet long, and 6 inches around it. Its weight and density remind you of the crystal core.
So what I'm gonna do while all of this is going on is, can I feel where in the satchel it is?
Yeah. You opened it up enough to kind of feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, and using my scimitar, can I put a little gash in the satchel underneath it?
Sure.
Trying to get it to sort of fall out. I mean, even if the rest of the satchel breaks, I really don't care.
Yeah, I'd say that's a thing you could do.
And as it hits the ground, I just want to grab it so it can be invisible, even if it's on the ground.
Okay, so it kind of tumbles out of the satchel. The super distracted hippogriff magically ignores it. This one here, that was not charmed, does kind of look over as this, and gives another little confused squawk as this package tumbles out, but you're able to snatch it up, barely, and it becomes invisible.
Bag of holding.
So what I'm going to do is try to put the bag of holding, like, around it from the top.
Okay, that you can do. How much stuff do you have in the bag of holding already?
That's a good question.
How'd you figure that out? Because it does have a maximum capacity of 500 pounds.
I honestly don't think I'm even close to that.
Okay. Well, so long as you're not kind of close, it's fine.
No, God, no. The heaviest thing I have is a hunting trap that's 25 pounds.
All right, so without issue, you're able to engulf this thing in the bag of holding. As Kroom has kind of shoved Calvander back, you will not forestall my judgment. Raises the whip again, but as Aelin has now been healed, he brings it down again. which is going to put you under again.
Yes.
And that was what, whip 8, 9?
Uh,
9.
Well, no, this hit deals. I'd say going unconscious would remove kind of the patient defense resistancy thing, so that's 8 piercing damage, which puts Aelin out again.
What whip number was that?
Oh, that was the 9th.
I will use the final charge of Amulet of Restoration to cast Healing Word again.
Okay, so roll a d4.
4.
Okay, so you're flickering in and out of consciousness, Aelin, but the whip comes down one final time for another 7 points of piercing damage.
So that's half to 3?
Well, you're no longer resistant to it. Because
I just came
unconscious
back
already. So,
Okay,
so yeah, you're flickering in and out of consciousness. The whip cracks down again, tearing the skin from your back, and you're unconscious again.
I go to him and give the potion of healing.
Okay. Well, I do believe our business here is concluded. Riders! It's time to leave.
Heal 8. And I whisper to Aelin, we're getting him now. You might want to hide, my dude.
As Victrim walks down, I just want to walk up real close before he gets to Vague.
Yeah.
I just want to walk up and just really quietly say, "It's good to know the measure of a man. I think I have a pretty good measure of what you are." And I'm just gonna walk away.
He huffs. Kind of goes to walk between Vague and Yahek.
As he does, nobody has told me otherwise. I will attempt to grab him.
I thought you were waiting until he was out of the property to do that.
No, I was waiting for him to be done.
Okay, well, as you go to grab him, make an athletics check. He will absolutely attempt to resist.
Okay. Good luck, my guy. 27.
Oh, yeah. So as he goes to, like, kind of push his way between you, the hand of the Apperton Islander just clamps down on his shoulder. What is this?
And then while that happens, I want to go, if I can, I don't know if this is enough time, I wanted to put the dimensional shackles on him.
I thought he has to be unconscious.
No, he has to be encapped.
He's not incapacitated. He's currently just grappled.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
like he needs to be on the ground like Aelin
Or
was.
stunned,
Or
or...
unconscious or stunned or something. He's none of those things. Right now, he's just been stopped in his tracks. What is
Okay.
this?
And I would like to pull him into a bear hug.
The riders tent. Several of them step towards their mounts.
Vague, there's time for that later. Let's make sure Aelin is okay for right now. We know what he looks like.
I don't think you understood the severity of the message that I sent you before, Kaladin.
Apparently I didn't.
Now, victim, we require one of the things that you have and leave that I intend to leave with today, and I don't intend to let that happen. As we bested you before, you owe us a debt.
Oswald, message him.
I owe you
I'm going
nothing.
to pee.
He goes to shrug your hand off and attempts to break your grapple. So make an athletics check to maintain it.
26.
Okay, that's enough. He kind of...
I'd like to make it tighter if I could.
Sure. Several of the Sastami guards put their hands to their weapons.
Vague. It's done. Just let him go. I'm begging you.
I don't understand.
Would I have...
I'm just asking you to trust. You're not who you used to be, Vaek. A little trust is all I'm asking for.
I wouldn't have known that we secured the thing, correct?
You knew that Oswald was going for it.
Say,
But I had no confirmation. Nobody told me he got it.
Well, none of us know that, but we know he was going for it.
Correct, but this was like the plan F.
roll a perception check.
Yeah, I'm wondering
Actually,
if you would have seen that.
no. I will use a charge of the suit to cast See Invisibility.
Yeah. Okay. So, you do. You see Oswald kind of on the ground with the bag of holding, maybe giving you the thumbs up or something. I don't know.
Frantically.
Trying to finagle it from each angle. Okay, got it.
He's shoving it.
For a second, the griffin goes in the bag.
You see Aelin bloodied, barely alive, begging you to trust him. What do you do?
I will start to walk Victim over to the nearest griffin
Okay.
in my bear hug. And as I'm bringing him over there, I'm intentionally trying to squeeze him to hurt him. And then place him violently on the griffin here.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck you.
Remember, if you didn't drop your sword, you would be one of my servants right now.
I will remember that
And I back away.
next time. Riders! Got what we came for. Let's go. And they're just like, should we get our bows back or anything? He's like, no, fuck them all. And he climbs on his different He just gets so, like,
He just yells, "Tunnel snakes rule!"
he's just like so distracted and discomfited that he does not seem to notice that the parcel has been on his hippogriff has been slipped. He climbs on his hippogriff rather than the other one and urges it into the air. The other riders like whatever. A couple of them glance at you, Aelin, apologetically, and they all get on their mounts and fly away.
Come sail away. Do I make it back out to my P spot?
Sure.
Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna put my scimitar away and turn visible, and I'm gonna walk back out and be like, "So that took a little bit longer than I wanted. Is there a place to put dirty leaves?"
The gate guard's like, "Do you want to see a cleric about something?"
No. Turn to 10 number 2.
Did you just defecate in the street?
No. I did it on the side in the bushes.
What
Look,
about we have an outhouse right over there? It was so hard to understand.
Look, next time I gotta slowly acclimate back. Fine. God. This is what I get for trying to help your trees grow bigger.
Oh boy.
I mean, yes, I understand that manure can be used as fertilizer, but dear gods, man, what are you, a savage? I didn't want to judge you based on any stereotypes, but...
Oh.
Wow!
He's one step away from saying little buddy right there.
He was about to say it.
He was about to say little buddy.
Yeah, I'll say that B word.
With my scar-covered body, I just glare at him.
And he glares back.
I glare at
That's fair.
heck.
As I walk past, I pet Balto.
It's not Bolto, but okay.
I named him Balto.
Okay.
He gets his own wiki page too.
So did he leave all the stuff on the ground?
I think only the thing we needed fell.
Yep. Yeah, that was
Oh,
the only
just
thing
that
that
thing?
really fell out, yeah.
Okay.
Stupid.
I'm
Alright,
gonna
so all flew away,
I'm gonna
leaving you
help
with the zombies.
I'm gonna help Kale pick Aelin up and carry him out.
Thank you for this drop, my friends.
Dude, you're my bro side, and what was that about?
You don't get to talk right now.
I did what needed to be done, Cal. It was the only way I saw to get us what we needed. There are things I had to answer for from my past.
Bruh. We got a lot to talk about, Brosif.
We never had to talk yet.
Guess we didn't. I just bring him down.
I limp along with them.
Did we ever find out, by the way, from the lady where it's the Under Temple under?
Yes.
Well,
Under the statue of Sunika.
not under the statue, under the temple.
Were we told how to get there, or just
You were
it's
not,
under
but
there?
she did also offer to, have someone
Yes.
take you there after you concluded your business with Kroon.
Okay.
And
okay.
indeed, a couple minutes pass, and she comes back out onto the balcony. I have no stomach for such unpleasantries. Kind of looks around, make sure all the Clarions are gone. Did you get what you needed?
Is Oswald in the full view?
Yeah,
He's not visible, yeah.
Just comes running back through the door.
Oh, what I missed, guys? What I miss? Aelin, what happened to you?
I tripped.
You should land on your front. You can defend yourself better there. Yeah, I got it.
Well, then I can have some of my associates show you there whenever you're ready.
Hey, Callahan, what happened to your cloak?
It's been put to good use.
Because I have a wisdom above 10, I understand that.
Hey.
You masturbated.
I'll take my cloak off me and give it to him.
Aww.
Oh,
We have
what a
that.
sweetie.
We have my +1 extra cloak.
Aelin
take-
has it.
I'll take the flame tongue dagger from Oswald and give it to Paladin.
Oh, by the way,
I don't know what to do with this, but thank you. Also, how did you get this off of it?
yeah, also I don't have a flame tongue dagger.
Not yet.
Also,
I
real
give
talk though.
Paladin 40 sling bullets.
Real talk. Does
I
anyone have
don't
an
know
extra?
what to do with it. You're bleeding
any-
from your back. Where the fuck are you giving me?
I'm not thinking clearly.
Does anyone have an extra dagger? Because that satchel was a little awkward to cut with the scimitar.
Oh, I hand Oswald a +1 dagger.
Sure, whatever. It could be a normal dagger. I just feel like I need something else.
Oh, okay. Hands him a normal dagger.
That's fine.
I'm gonna ask the lady that we are given a day to rest, heal, recuperate, and then first thing in the morning.
I think we should leave before he finds out. My dude.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
We should stay at the Flying Fist, I think.
we could do that.
Do you want them to show us where it is on the way, and then we just go tomorrow?
Yeah, we could do
It
that.
it is not a matter of just showing you the door. The way is treacherous, the path unintuitive. Seems that the Under Temple complex was built specifically to keep people out.
Is there a minotaur
Or
in the middle of
something
it?
There
you-
were several guardians that we had to placate.
Could you meet us at the Flying Fist Monastery?
I will not be meeting you, but one of my
Oh.
associates will come find you.
Thank you.
When do you expect to be ready?
first thing.
I look
First
at
thing.
Yahek because he always wakes up the last.
The guy who only needs to meditate for 4 hours.
Yeah. He really milked his resting time.
I say we go right now.
Do you see the condition Aylin's in?
Fine.
Very well. I look forward to our future dealings together, but before you all leave, if you could be so kind, she gestures to the red-vested tour guide, who is clearly an employee of hers, who brings forth a familiar-looking contract.
I did not agree to any of this. You guys sign.
It appears, as with it appears similar to the contracts that Sinvale had you sign. Those of you who have seen it recognize it immediately as a Gaius-infused contract.
Yep.
Indeed, well, some of you haven't seen it before, but it is similar enough that you suspect she may have even gotten them from the Sostamis in Corelli's own.
Never thought we'd see these again.
I'm gonna turn around and whistle and walk away.
Oswald,
Kidding.
this is the price for getting access to the place.
And you didn't use the words everyone in the room has to sign? Are you sure?
I didn't realize I was dealing with a pit fiend, so no, I did not.
I mean, if anyone wants to review the language of the contract, they're welcome to.
I would ask if Yahek, Kale, and myself could all review.
Sure.
I will also look over.
Everyone should.
I'll just ask someone here to take the lead on an intelligence check to discern the legalese.
I'll pretend to.
All right,
Kale
Elvander.
Legalese, I guess.
Hello.
Hi.
Ooh. That would be a 24.
24. Okay. It is actually reasonably straightforward. It does not appear to have any entrapments that were not agreed to. It's basically like binding you to perform a single service at some future date, but it has no expiration. So essentially, it's binding you to perform some service entirely at Claudia's discretion at some point in the future. So it's open-ended, but not particularly devious.
Okay, forevermore, nevermore. Quoth the Raven. Forevermore again. Alright. It's no expiration, no real hoopty-doopties other than that. Just we gotta come back whenever she wants for one service. That's what it is.
Can we add that we'll do that as long as when she calls for us, it will not put all of us at immediate danger, i.e. let us finish what we're doing and then we'll get to her. So like, if we're in the middle of battling some fucking tentacle monster from this shit that we've been dealing with, and she's like, hey...
Yeah. I think that's a timely manner. In a timely manner, therein, thereof.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, as soon as she calls, you must appear immediately. It's like, it's actually kind of reasonably laid out.
I don't know.
Beat me when you want to reach me.
I don't know these things.
John, I have to ask, did you minor illusion a pair of spectacles on Kale's bridge of the nose?
No, I did not.
Or like a magnifying glass?
He makes
monocle.
his glasses glint in the sunlight.
John, you lost that monocle.
Rip.
So, do we have ourselves an accord?
I'll sign.
I'm in.
Yep. I think it's good enough for me.
I just take some of the blood on my back and I just sign AA on the contract.
Oh, you don't sign him. Oh, Aylin.
I'll
Wait.
sign.
What's your last name?
Vic?
Abakir.
I will also sign.
She nods. Very
Your
good.
robot. Just a little pen in your robot arm.
There's like a finger attachment. That
She definitely furls it up, binds it in a little ribbon, and hands it back to her associate. Well then, my associate here will come find you first thing tomorrow at the Flying Fist, you said?
Yes.
Very good.
Just one last thing. They left their weapons. Can we just get them too?
Of course.
Sweet.
And your weapons are returned to you.
I get my hands back.
They have been They have been treated. They haven't been mistreated or anything. So all your weapons that you forfeited are returned to you. All your arcane focuses, all shit like that. It's like, well, I look forward to our future business and to seeing you all again. Best of luck.
Thank you for your time, my lady. If that is, I guess we give you the. What is the appropriate title? We never asked. I apologize.
My lady works.
I will nod, but not bow, and just turn and walk away.
Okay. She doesn't seem to expect anything.
I'm gonna immediately go over to. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just bro carrying Aelin down.
Oh, I was gonna go over to Aelin and immediately just begin to move and work his back in a way that the healing will be easier. This is obviously a thing that
You're familiar with.
so I'm going to attempt to help with that as best I can.
Sure. Don't have to roll a check or anything. It does help, Aelin. I mean, your own monthly abilities steel you to the pain, but it still stings, and the kind of humiliation of it also stings.
I shed a single tear.
I pretend not to see.
You all make your way from the White Estate without further issue. You are very obviously being kept an eye on. But no one's getting in your way or stopping you from going about your business as you like. So, apart from a return to the Flying Fist to rest and drink excessively, I know, Oswald, you wanted to hit up the market. Is there anything anyone else wanted to do?
What kind of bows did we get?
Kind of what?
We took all the weapons of the knights that they left there. What do we get from that? Is what he's asking.
Oh, I mean, they are non-magical longbows.
Damn it.
I mean, they're nicely made, but yeah, they're non-magical.
I'll just give them to the fists. If they want it. Crunch. Crunch.
I think it's just Oswald that had other
All right.
stuff.
Okay, so
Oswald, to not belabor this, what are you looking for?
okay, in order. Can I find either boots or cloak of Elvenkind? If you say no, it's fine. I'm not even haggling.
Sure, roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Get scrolls.
Invest. Oh, goddamn! It was almost a 24. 11.
11? The market in this town does not seem to be tailored to adventuring needs. This is generally a peaceful place and not a place a lot of adventurers do business. So there are many examples of fine foods, beautiful clothing, various useless touristy trinkets, some actual nice jewelry, and all sorts of stuff you might find in like Venice, like ties and shit. But there's not really a big market here for magical items.
Okay, so no Stone of Good Luck either. Got it. Could I find, and I put them in the chat, the materials for any of these potions? If no, that's completely fine. I'm really not looking to draw this out. The UC just means they're all uncommon.
I'd say for like uncommon alchemy components,
like those are uncommon potions.
Potions, hello.
Well, you wouldn't be able necessarily to find the potions, but you could scrounge around for like various alchemy ingredients. Yeah.
Psychic resistance isn't a real potion. Could I find the materials for that too?
Sure.
Okay, so how much would each one cost me per?
So, let's see. Let's just call it an even. Given your proficiency in alchemy, knowing exactly what to look for the, you aren't able to find the materials you would need for the oil of slipperiness.
Not that one. Okay.
Not that one, but for the remaining ones, let's just call it 300 gold.
300 total?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. And then I need to spend like 1 long rest per potion to try, right?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, each of these
Okay.
takes a bit of time and experimentation, so...
Okay. I'm just gonna add, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
As you guys do make your way back, though, there does not yet appear to be any obvious or coordinated movement to start getting everybody out of the city. People just appear to be going about their normal business. But you all make it back to the Flying Fist without incident. Your tail kind of drops off as you do. Norm warmly greets you. Aelin, you look like shit. Who beat you up this time?
It was Crumb.
Who? Oh.
Yeah.
Shit, he's in town? I mean,
Yeah,
I know some folks from Naclario were in town, but
He just left. I'm not sure he's sticking around.
I hope not. Good riddance. Doesn't have.
I think we're gonna need a place to stay tonight.
Oh, well, of course, you and your friends are welcome.
Is the fellow I fought in the ring still here?
Yeah, he's still hanging. I don't know if he's here right now. I haven't seen him in like the past half hour or so, but he's staying here. Yeah. Actually, he was mentioning today that he was looking forward to learning more from you. Something about how you did that psychic assault on him. He was very curious to learn whatever technique you pulled at the end there. I told him I had no idea what the hell he was talking about, but
Well, I'd love to educate him again. If you see him, give him a drink on my tab and send him up to the room if he's around.
Ooh.
yeah, sure. Winks at you again. I'm trying to put on music and it's not working. It's very upsetting.
Aelin, stop moving your shoulder that way. I haven't finished the bandage yet.
I'm sorry. I roll my other shoulder.
Nope, that doesn't help.
Oh. Well, what am I supposed to do? I roll
Please. Nope, the rolling doesn't help.
I roll my kneecaps.
There we go.
Terrifying, impressive, but unwarranted.
Oh my god, watch the other. Stop. Suck it. There we go.
Yay.
Okay. There we go.
As Kaladin does his quick time event bandaging.
I'm mashing the X button to keep his fucking shoulder blade from moving.
He keeps yelling Jason for some reason.
No, sir!
So unless anyone wants to throw down in the fighting pit, you have an evening of good food, drink, and company to relax and restore yourselves.
It's still just a hand-to-hand fighting pit, right?
Yep.
Okay, going to sleep.
Does seem to be in the tradition of the martial arts. I mean, you could certainly try to challenge somebody if you wanted, but that doesn't seem to be the gig here.
Kale, did you want to have that talk now, or?
Depends when dinner is for some of us.
That's true. Some people take their schedules very seriously.
But I'd love to have that conversation.
If there's time.
Blim, that's a hint to you.
Yes.
Yep. And?
Yes, and.
Alright, we're good. Alright, so we're doing it then, I guess.
We're using yep and rolls.
We just sit in the middle of the ring.
we have that clear. Like
I mean,
last
what? I
table
mean,
that
yeah,
everyone
look,
talks
look,
at.
I'll vote Kaladin. If you guys actually want to fight, you're welcome to. Kaladin or Aelin, if you want to have a serious conversation, that can happen.
We're all sharing the same room, right? Or are we in separate rooms?
So, basically, the guest chambers here have 3 bunks each, so it's split between 2 of them.
Okay.
There is. Oh shit! I did want to do something. I totally forgot.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
We told the ship to wait outside the compound.
You did.
I was gonna say like I'd try to flag it or find it somehow, and then tell them to like go back to the hangar, basically. Like we're
There isn't a hangar, but okay.
wherever it was before.
Well, basically, okay. So you're able to get a message off or sending or whatever, and you're able to contact one of the captains to let her know to just keep hovering above the city, I guess.
Oh, I thought they landed.
Nope.
Okay.
And she responds back. She was like, "All right, well, tens of thousands of lives are at stake, so gotta move on."
Okay. So, Aelin, what's up, dude?
So I assume it's me, Kale, and Calavant are sharing a room.
I mean,
It seems to be-
I'll leave if you want me to leave, but unless you tell me to leave, I'm just gonna keep working on the bandages and working on.
No, it's fine. You can. None of this is exactly a huge secret. It's just uncomfortable to share. But you've proven enough that I can trust you. So what do you want to know, Kel?
I mean, what?
There's a lot to unpack.
Well, fuck that guy, man. What about that guy? What was that about?
He's a knight I knew. So you know I talk a lot about my last job?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't really.
Yeah, well, you know, those moments in between inebriation, I might have brought it up. There was a knight that I served with, and after the thing that made me leave happened, he and a couple other guys just really beat the hell out of me.
They already did that?
Yep. They really... I was drinking at the time and they really messed me up. Cornered me in an alleyway. And after that I crawled until I could walk. And then I just kept walking until I could run. And then I just kept running away from there.
Was this like a revenge thing?
Crumb is an opportunist and a snake. My job when I was a knight was to keep the Duchess's daughter safe. And she died on my watch. He saw the position I was in and I don't know 100% his reasoning, but I can only assume he thought it was a good time to take advantage of me in that situation. I started drinking a lot more after she died.
Huh. I guess drinking heavily is a traumatic thing, usually, huh?
You know, I can't even get drunk anymore.
Maybe I should have listened all those times you said, you know, all those things when you did let yourself get drunk, huh?
A little bit. You know why I can't get drunk, Kel?
Well, it's because you're magic now.
When you join the Flying Fists, you know that worm fake drink?
Yeah.
Well, those are the weak ones. When you join the Flying Fists, the adults, the strong ones, they make you drink it. You might die, and that's kind of what I was hoping for when I signed up for it. But if you live, I show him. I say, look at these hands. They make you a little bit magic, but you gotta keep drinking to feed the worm. Otherwise, it'll eat you.
Aelin, raise your arm, please. Thank you.
I raised the wrong arm.
Other one, please.
Oh, I raised them both up.
Thank you.
T-posing again. So this isn't even... Wow. There's a fucking worm in you?
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Oh, man. That's, Wow, alright. And it just, like, feeds off alcohol, and in exchange it gives you magic flying fist powers?
Yeah, that's more or less the gist of it.
Alright, that's strange. But, I
Telling
mean,
me.
if you could climb up walls because there's a worm squiggling around you, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, do you want to see it?
The worm or the wall walking?
The worm.
What? How are you
Yes.
gonna show me that?
Yes, yes, I do.
I open my mouth and I punch myself with 2 fingers in the stomach, and a worm pops out of my mouth.
What the? Yo!
Huh. That's fucking weird, and I go back to stitching up his back.
It seems unhappy about having been disturbed.
Ugh. Well, there it is. His
I'm
name is
mostly
Steve.
It's named Steve. Is that with 2 E's?
It's with 3 V's. But the third one is silent,
Huh.
as is tradition in the Flying Fists.
All right. Well, that's really something. So every single one of you has a worm in you.
Yeah, I can't speak for how the other monk orders do it, but this is how we do it.
Wow. Okay. Kaladin, you know, it's almost more disturbing how unfazed you are by this.
I'm sorry. I'm focusing on. I am dealing with the entire trauma of seeing one of my newfound friends going through the, treatment of being whipped by focusing on fixing his back. What are we talking about?
Man.
Yes, I know he has a fucked up worm. We all have fucked up things that give us our powers. When you think about it.
I'm thinking about it. I just got a book.
Yeah.
Really?
Aelin,
Yes.
are you comfortable with this relationship?
Yes, I think it's a small price to pay for the good I can do.
Are you willing to give up this relationship if need be?
With the worm?
Yeah.
If it's something that was urgent and a life could be saved from it, yes. But it seems to me the way I can at least try to atone for what happened on my watch, the worm is a necessary evil for that.
Then you have the right mindset. I just go right back to stitching and working on his back.
Alright, I mean... Alright, there's that. But, like, what about Neclaria, man?
Oh, yeah. Justinia is... Well, I don't really know how she feels. I just sort of shut down. Her daughter died on my watch, man. I just couldn't stand or bring myself to face her. And we were quite close, but I'm not sure she could forgive this.
Are you forgetting that also, like, makes us enemies, dude?
I'd like to think that we can transcend what has happened between our people. But it's okay if you don't feel the same.
What if we... Man. How am I supposed to trust you now? Like, you lied and you're from Declarior. You didn't tell me that.
I apologize, and I hope this gives us a chance to start anew.
Listen, man, I don't know right now.
Take the time you need, my friends.
I'm gonna go to the bar, I guess. I don't really know what else to do.
Well, your back's in a good shape right now. Don't stretch tomorrow morning. Just give yourself some time to rest. It's gonna hurt like hell. I'm gonna leave you guys to talk. And
Before you go, I put the bloody strop in your hands. Thank you, my friend. Again. Sorry for the mess. I coughed up a little bit of blood.
give him a little bit of tap on the shoulder. It's fine, Squire, I think.
You're a retainer now.
I'm gonna spend the time, make one of the potions, the weird potion for me, and give it to Oswald.
Okay.
And I've already taken the supplies and gold out of my inventory.
Easy enough. You have the time, especially given your lack of sleep needs. So,
I'm gonna just go, man. I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know what to think yet.
okay.
That's fine.
As you make your way back downstairs, there is what looks like a small-time fight between two people of obviously much lesser skill than the bout between champions that happened earlier in the day. It's entertaining enough, but nowhere near as awesome a display of martial prowess as Aylin's fight. Vayek, Yahik, is there anything you guys want to do with the evening, apart from drink up or rest?
I'm just resting.
Definitely just chilling.
All right. So as you guys are chilling in the bar, or chilling at the bar, maybe having a couple drinks, enjoying some good fried food and roast meat, out of the crowd, without particular warning and quite suddenly, appears Sienna, the Grand Inquisitor. She approaches you two, Vayek and Yahek, and it's like, so, what have you folks been up to? I've learned some very interesting things.
You first.
Fair enough. The Sastamis are in the artifact trade, and they have some sort of operation going on that involves the no-good offspring Claudius at the temple. Suspect that's the source of operations, and I was able to infiltrate into the first levels of the Undertemple, but was not able to find where they are actually keeping the things. Have you had any better luck?
Well, we've had contact with the Sastamis, and we've gotten them to agree to show us the way to the entrance.
Impressive.
Which should be happening tomorrow morning.
Huh.
We may have also signed away our rights I guess, to help this Claudia with one task at a later time, so it came at a price.
From what I've been able to learn of her, she is cunning and ruthless. But I doubt she means you any harm.
I think we gathered the same.
Tomorrow morning, you say?
That's right.
That's a little disappointing.
I mean, Aelin was hurt pretty badly in a mix-up with somebody from his past, so we need to give him time to heal.
Fine. Just keep in mind that with every passing hour, thousands of lives are put on the line.
I believe I was one of the few who understood that from the very beginning there, Sienna.
I know. I'm not faulting any of you. I'm just saying, please keep it in mind.
We will do what we can.
So, would you like me to accompany you on your expedition tomorrow morning?
Do you think that would cause the Stamis to turn their heads or shy away if they saw a Grand Inquisitor accompany us?
Oh, I can make myself look like whatever I'd please, but you were the ones who dealt with them, apparently. So, what do you think?
I don't see why not.
Well, they seem to be in cahoots with Nuclearior, so this is bound to become a political situation.
I mean, they do business with them. They didn't mind if we robbed from them afterwards. I don't know how...
Well, we paid them off to rob them afterwards.
Well, if indeed they are in business with Nuclearior, perhaps it would be best if I not accompany you. I wouldn't want to complicate the situation unnecessarily.
True, but they did say that the journey we were about to partake is going to be a perilous one, as it was always from the start. And your blade is as sharp as ever, so your company would be appreciated. It's just something we probably going to have to discuss as a group.
But once you've had a chance to confer, let me know. I can disguise myself readily enough, as you know.
I will let everybody know.
Ah. Don't stay up too late drinking. Best get an early start, regardless of whether you choose to bring me along or not.
My drinking days are done.
Indeed. Also, where did you all leave Scythe?
And suddenly he's half merged with the dragon and is attacking us from a hole in the ground while we get assassinated.
We left him at the temple.
Yeah, he's still dancing. We ordered him
really,
to dance.
really poorly.
Oh no.
Well, he's probably really good at dancing.
Didn't they say they were going to find their way back?
I don't know that they said that.
I don't remember.
No, he said keep dancing. Shit.
That's his prime directive.
Well, in that case, he and a bunch of other Warforged should be dancing at the Temple of Sunica.
Ah. Alright. Well, were they having fun at least?
Debatable.
Well, perhaps I'll send someone to go retrieve them.
That would be appreciated, just so that, you know, we're all not separated.
Very good. And I figured I might as well let you know that the Sky mages are getting a little antsy, wondering what's going on down here. I can certainly tell them what you've told me.
I would
Please
do.
do.
Yeah, let them know that this is a complicated situation, especially since the weapon seems to be located underneath the city. We're also working on a evacuation strategy, which would be devised to trick the public into thinking that they're going into the nearby forest for a 2-week-long party extravaganza while we hopefully activate and
fucking
fire
serious right now?
the weapon. Yes, I am extremely serious. Didn't
Oh, Sunikalavos.
It is quite the place. Fuck Sunika.
To be completely honest, these people have not no pain and suffrage, so I'd be okay with firing it without clearing them out, but, you know. That should be a plan C.
I think it should be your plan A. The city has, what, 50,000 people at most? With every delay, more people in the Empire die.
Well,
Talking to Vake about this is
like I said,
something.
Who dies? 50,000? 75,000?
we have already, if I had my way, we have already been firing this thing, but
Agreed. We're not in disagreement.
the group wants to keep as many people alive as they possibly can, even if it means delaying.
Tell them if they want to help, they can come down here.
Who is they?
The Sky Mages.
Call him out.
I'm royalty. I can do what I want.
Again, I don't know if I agree with that, especially with the presence of Neclario here. It would turn into a battleground, I presume.
Oh, wait. Yeah, don't tell them that. I take it back.
If not to say,
Sorry, I forgot about the war.
unnecessarily complicate the situation. But I will let them know of the situation, but know this. And I'm glad that it's you two that I'm talking to right now. If it helps ease the party's conscience, or collective conscience at all, know that I will not hesitate to order those skyships to rain fire on this city. To put the burden of guilt on someone else to get that thing up and running as soon as possible. Do we understand each other?
Now
I get you.
This is what I expect of a Grand Inquisitor.
I'm doing my job.
So am I.
And the terrible calculus of this situation, I take no pleasure in it.
We all do. Don't fool yourself.
She takes a step closer to you, Vic. You may be a sadistic, lecherous necromancer who enjoys perverting life to serve your own psychotic ends. I take no pleasure in killing or hurting anyone.
But you
But
don't
when it must
hesitate.
be done, it must be done.
So, everything you just said about not caring about hurting people is bullshit because you still do, correct?
I regret.
I enjoy playing with
Everyone
your
has had
logic.
Please, please, both of you. We're here for the same thing.
See you.
Vake here's had a little too much to drink, you know, with the flying fist. What can I say? You know him. He went for the worm. This guy's a crazy motherfucker.
Like I said, I am humbly at the Empire's service. I will gladly raise another undead army to help with things in the Clarior. should you decide to level this place.
One thing at a time.
Just trying to provide my usefulness.
Hey,
Grand Inquisitor.
what's up, Grand Inquisitor? And it's like not enthusiastic me doing that.
She just kind of turns and looks at you, obviously perturbed. Hello.
Oh, yeah, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I mean, Sierra, what's up? Oh, I shouldn't have said that after that one. Oh,
Ugh.
I don't know where you live. That's good.
Wow.
Why
you
don't
were-
I
What
think
are
we all
you?
have a lot to discuss. She kind of pats you on the back. You know, just shoot me a message or something when you've made up your minds. And she vanishes into the crowd.
You have any scrolls?
Kale, Kale, do me a favor.
Drink the worm?
Don't drink the worm. Can you grab everyone and bring them here so we can discuss something real quick?
Hey guys. Hey you guys.
You guys. I stumble down the steps.
Come on, I got you. It's fine.
Alright. I hop up into his arms.
I search for Ozzy.
I've been behind you this whole time.
Oh,
What?
damn. Well, we gotta meet up with Veve.
Oh, we're calling him Veve now.
So is everyone
Who,
here?
who is he gonna get us to try
We're
to
not-
kill this
We're
time?
not calling me Veve. That's not okay. Anyway,
You didn't hear that?
it's fine.
Who is Yev trying to get us to kill this time?
Just let's go over there, man. Come on.
Alright, so you all assemble.
So, I explain the situation to everyone about how the Grand Inquisitor can either come with us tomorrow or not, the political implications that that could possibly have, and how she's holding a gun to our head with the population of this place if we do not do it fast.
My thought is, if she's willing to deal with the Clarier, she's just as likely to deal with the Empire. I don't think anyone's gonna bat an eyelash about it.
Don't we still have that trophy?
You do.
Yep.
I
We
mean,
still have it.
we could
What
really
does the
make
trophy
the
have to do with
point.
anything?
I mean, we could really make the point. Time to evacuate, my dude, or the statue gets it.
I mean,
Trophy.
like, you know him better than us. If he will truly listen to the statue, I will sunder that statue into dust. That's what makes him.
What was the
Let's think of it this
for?
way.
Biggest party or whatever.
Can we think of it this way? What is it that makes the most sense for us to do in the fastest time? Because otherwise, they're gonna blow this city up. That's what's up.
Sending to our dude, biggest party out in the forest. That's the agreement, right?
Well, as far as we're aware, that's what he's going to do, right?
He's
Well,
supposed to
that's-
be starting that.
Yeah, and his parents said that they would help. I
Yeah,
mean, I
and-
didn't know that.
Maybe we need to remind him that his parents are on our side, and his parents agreed with what he agreed to. And
Yeah,
if that,
do
rem-
that.
and if that reminder comes in the form of us destroying his stupid precious trophy or breaking his body, I don't really care.
We can send a messenger from.
And then,
Well,
regardless of
that's
whatever he says, we need to head
Yeah.
underground in the morning.
Yeah, like it or not, he has to deal with this, dealing with his parents.
Yeah.
So it's kind of out of his hands.
I mean, like Killivander, you said he's a bully. I'm more than happy to bully a bully.
I mean, send a part like you send an ear, you know?
Oh, this requires a more personal touch, I think.
Whatever we do, man. We gotta go back to that temple anyway, you know?
But yeah, like I said, I'm just, updating you all on the current situation.
I think the Inquisitor should join us, man. She just disguised herself.
I don't think she should.
Ah,
I think that should be incredibly useful, and she's a great ally. But I feel if things go to shit, and we have to like rush out of there, and
I also think it's important to remember, the Clarier is not officially in this war, from what I remember. They're working through surrogates. So if they make a move, that's a declaration of war on their part. Am I wrong about this one? Or
I thought you already.
Yeah, I thought they were already in open war.
I thought they were.
The Clarier is not currently officially at war with the Empire.
But they were backing Tharanar.
Yeah.
But they are backing Tharanar. Roll a history check, Alan.
A history check. That is a 7.
Yeah, you have no particular further insight into the situation.
Yeah, I just, this layman's opinion, he thinks they probably won't make a move on a rash decision like this without approval from the people in the higher pay grade than them.
So we go make sure that Claudius is reminded that his parents agreed to help us get these people out of here. And we threaten his trophy or his life, I don't give a shit which one, or both, to make sure that happens. And then we're heading underground, is what I understand.
Seems to be the case.
And speed is of the essence, so that if the Dawn Herald and the Messarangi the Conqueror open fire, it lessens people that don't need to die. Okay, I guess we...
Yeah.
And
the Dolphin Princess will provide.
Indeed. So, over the course of the evening, the rest is uninterrupted. With this plan in place, you all gain the benefits of a long rest. You regain hit dice, your abilities recharge. As you, at various points, wake up, hopefully not staying up too late, so getting up relatively early, and come downstairs to the tap room. You see, you see waiting for you, looking very grumpy, Claudius White, in kind of disheveled finery. And as you all come downstairs, he looks at you. Mom said I was supposed to show you to the thing.
Perfect. This is perfection.
Italian kiss.
Is this the first time he's seeing, or is Calavandor in the armor? Oh, you're in the armor.
He hasn't seen me or you.
Oh, that's funny. Well, you're in the armor, so he still hasn't seen you.
Are you in the armor?
Yeah, I said because I'm a 4-hour sleeper, I would have gone back to the ship and...
Okay, easy enough. He looks tired and grumpy and doesn't seem to immediately recognize you, Aelin.
That's fine. I don't think I really recognize him either, so...
I mean, you know who he is, but...
Yeah.
He's like, alright, you all ready? Or, it's like, fucking breakfast or something.
And then I power armor it down.
I think now would be a good time to get some eggs.
As soon as I put my power armor face to his, and I open the visor.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Yes,
He like falls backward off his stool.
Yes.
The fuck?
What's up, dude?
And he just looks really scared and sad.
And you take a drink out of his trophy.
Looks like we're the champions now.
There's this unsubtle play of emotions across his face. But he eventually, a couple seconds, he kind of hoists himself up. Didn't mention you were here.
Oh, don't worry, man. We won't be too mean to you this time.
Meet me outside when you're ready. It kind of storms off in a huff.
I power swag with the visor up, right past him.
Hydraulics are pressing everywhere.
Bam! It's on.
All right. So, you gather your things. You've gotten your rest, and you follow Claudius back to the temple and towards whatever dangerous under temple and whatever excitement that may hold for next time.
Hey.